What's up, YouTubeites? Welcome to Lords of the Long Box presents the Cover Price Top 10 for the week ending 6/26/2022.
Man,
wow,
it's summertime,
July
babe.
4th is right around the corner. Summertime in the LBC. Anyway, while you guys are congregating, I know we're late, but it's your tradition. So here we go. What's going on, YouTubeites? Welcome to the Cover Price Top 10. Manimal, say what's good to the people.
What's up, everybody? Glad to be here. We got the full house, the full crew, ready to go.
Ready to go. Dark Side Jedi, say what's good.
Hey, Tuesday. Let's see what we got tonight on this top 11.
And Justin, the variant whore.
Yo, what's up? The Empire is strong between me and Ryan. We're rocking
That's true.
Black Lord stuff right now. It's Empire.
Yeah,
oh, and there goes Zach.
Just like that.
Okay.
We took him out.
You guys just like force snap him or something?
The light side will not dominate these airwaves.
Yeah, so we'll try to stall while Zach hops back in here. We'll see. Maybe it's the heat in El Paso. There he is.
Yeah, well, their power on the dark side.
Strong, I guess. Man, I'm telling you, jeez.
Man.
Once again, this is Cover Price Top 10. We're sponsored by our friends over at CovrPrice.com for your price guides, collections, and trends. Also from our friends at Key Collectibles, Facebook.com, Instagram.com/Key Collectibles for your CCC pressing, CCC facilitating, pressing, cleaning, submission, all that good stuff. Also, our friends over at My Slabs, who now has a high-end zero seller fees if you sell a book over $60,000. So, maybe there's a couple of you in there. I don't know.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah, so there you go, man. So let's get right to it since we're running a little bit late, boys and girls. This is the Cover Price Top 10 for the week ending June 26th. It says June 28th, but it's really Sunday. So as always, there's always a runner-up to the top 10. What do we have for this week's runner-up, Justin?
Starting off with some DC stuff. So Black Adam #1, the 1 in 100 ratio foil variant from Lucio Perillo. So with the recent trailer debut of Black Adam, it's been in the spotlight, and his film-like appearance is highlighted in this beautifully inspired Perillo cover. Aside from being in a 1 in 100 ratio variant, it also has a first appearance of Black Adam's successor, Malik White. Fan reception has been mostly positive to Malik, with many anticipating his first cover appearance in Black Adam 2. We tracked 19 copies sold at a 7-day uptrend of 80% with a high sale of $168.50 for a raw copy already. Not bad, not bad.
So this is purely organic. It's not based off of movie or anything. It's just a first appearance of a new character in the comics.
Yep.
All right. There was a new trailer for Black Adam that really got me. I was like, you know what? I'm looking forward to seeing this, man.
It's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
Hell yeah.
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 It makes me really sad that I sold my 9.6 Shazam 28 like a few years ago.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, and you know what I traded it for? Those books that were stolen. What a win! What a win!
It wouldn't be a Lord show without Ryan with the regret story.
Without Ryan taking an L.
All right, so the runner-up Black Adam #1, the Lucio Perillo foil 1 in 100 variant. All right, let's get right to it. What do we got on the top 10, Zach?
So rounding out here on the top 10, we got the Spectacular Spider-Man #98 from 1985. So this book marks the first full appearance of The Spot. Never thought I'd say that out loud. Out of the triad of Spectacular Spider-Man key comic books 97 through 99, 98 has proven to be the most valuable. After the initial surge last week, sales slowed as the cheap copies disappeared. Tracked 20 copies sold, 7-day trend of 100%, with a high sale of $238 for a CGC 9.6. Crazy, man.
Spot,
Who thought The Spot would get hot?
Jeez, I got a bunch of these old Spectacular Spider-Mans. I gotta dig through these boxes. Maybe I got one or two
Justin,
or 3 or 5.
I kind of got a hint that the Spot was going to be
Couldn't find any copies after we were told.
exactly, but we found out some news, and we were at WonderCon, and there was not a copy to be found anywhere whatsoever. So pretty interesting. I can't wait to see it. We only seen one trailer, right?
Just a screenshot. Well, yeah, that like mini trailer, and then a screenshot of The Spot in the.
Yeah, so hopefully, my feeling is at San Diego Comic-Con, they're going to probably show a trailer for it. And I admit, I was wrong. I didn't think Marvel was going to show up at San Diego at Hall H. And sure enough, they are going to be at Hall H. So there are certain books that I was going to sell that I am holding on to now, because I think there's going to be new news. And, always sell when San Diego and Hall H drops. As soon as that news drops, boom, put that bad boy up on whatever sales platform you use. So number 10 on the list is Spectacular Spider-Man #98 from 1985. All right, what do we got for number 9, Ryan?
Number 9 this week is Catwoman
Ooh,
number
sexy.
44. This is a Sozo Meika cover, 1 in 25, and another Sozo Meika Catwoman variant, and another appearance on this list. The Sozo Meika variants for issues 39 to 43 have previously appeared on this list several times, as fans have greatly appreciated her depictions of Catwoman and Harley Quinn. And by appreciated, we mean loved. Issue 44 is now receiving the same treatment, as aftermarket sales have sent this book into the stratosphere, selling for $100 and up. Sozo Meika's career is undoubtedly giving off some Peach Momoko vibes, as her depictions of Catwoman quickly become high-selling modern books in the aftermarket. We tracked 21 copies sold at a 7-day uptrend of 112%, with a high sale this week of $120 for a Near Mint Plus raw copy. If you're interested in fair market value, it's around $92.
Yeah, I don't really know what the pronunciation of her name is, because it's Micah Souza is her actual real name. She's not an African artist.
Oh,
when
so
you
it's
put the
Souza
name
Micah.
together, it looks Japanese, right? But she's actually
If it's her first name's Micah, you said?
yeah, and
So it's-
that's yeah. So Micah
Souza Micah, probably then. It's probably just her first name is Micah, Maika. That's
Exactly,
probably how she pronounces
yeah.
it.
Yeah. So
All right. Well, I didn't. Yeah. Well, you learn something new every day.
if somebody knows what
ladies
the
and gentlemen.
pronunciation is, hit it up. There's probably, anytime you want to find out how somebody's name is, go look on YouTube for like interviews, if there are any. You know what I'm saying? Just to find out. Number 9 on the list is Catwoman number 44 from Sozomika, 1 in 25 variant. Wow, 124 raw dog. Wow, that's amazing. Good job for DC, man. All right. Yeah, this book is very, very interesting.
I'm gonna show him my O face. Oh. The Boys Hero Gasm number 1 from 2009. If anybody got that reference, let me know in the chat. Season 3, of course, is here with getting rave reviews, propelling other books in the series to get high up on this list. Finally, episode 6 is upon us in the community app titled Hero Gasm, portrayed by Supernatural's Jason Atkins. Soldier Boy's first appearance in this book is officially taking a front row seat. Whether the show can live up to the namesake, or it's irrelevant as fans headed to the aftermarket to secure a copy. Fans of the comic and Amazon series have been eager for this adaptation to make it to screen, and with apprehension that it ever would happen in the series. Yet here we are, and the market for the book is responding in kind as more complete picture of Soldier Boy is unveiled. Tracked 19 copies last week, 7-day uptrend of 173%, and had a high sale of 250 copies, $250 for a CGC 9.8, with raw fair market values at around $47.
Yeah, the comic is absolutely just
Nuts.
wild.
This was tame. That episode was tame compared to the comics.
All the stuff in the comic is crazy. And Soldier Boy is a little bit different in the comics. Correct me if I'm wrong, Manimal. Than how he's portrayed. Like he's more like a sidekick. I don't want to say.
He's not as big of a role as the show.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that they've changed the show from the comic. It makes it fun for anyone who's read the comic and watches the show. It's a different experience for sure.
Yeah, definitely don't watch with your children. To say the least. And number 8 on the list is The Boys Hero Gasm, number 1. It just rolls off the tongue. All right, what do we got for number 7?
Man, this is a strange one here. We got Hotel, and that's Hotel with 2 L's, number 1. Deadline is reporting that AWA Studios has tapped Elle Callahan to direct a feature film adaptation of the company's original graphic fiction series, Hotel. She will also co-adapt the script with Anthony Ruff. AWA Studios president Zach Studin is producing. This has already created significant movement on the first issue. Tracked 33 copies sold, 7-day trend of 146%, with a high sale of $35 for a raw copy.
Yeah, I think AWA is going to be the next maybe Boom or whoever that indie publisher that has a lot of like adaptations that are done on either streaming or they have a lot of if you look up the teams that they have that are just writing and drawing the comics is pretty incredible. I forgot it was Alex Alonso that started up the AWA Upshot label. So I mean, just when you thought that there was too many publishers out there, hey, we'll welcome AWA. I got the first one, which was like a trade, and it showed like a story. I forgot what it was, but the first appearance it was like it was a trade, and it was the first appearance, and it was like 5 stories that were gonna show the upcoming comics. So it's pretty interesting, man. So give AWA a shot, man. I think those are gonna be good specs in the future. Dare I say spec? Ooh, such a naughty word. Number 7 on the list is Hotel. Number 1. What do we got for number 6?
Well, this week, you're giving me the hard names, man. What if Miles Morales, number 4, Sergio Davila, and nothing like some controversy to make a hot book after a lukewarm, nay, downright tepid response from the comic community, the author of the series, Yehudi Micardo, I hope I pronounced that right.
Nailed it.
Has recently cycled through the many phases of frustration with Marvel fans. Social media is abuzz with criticism of the writing, with this consensus feeling that this issue was outdated and offensive. As one of the few variants of this issue, it received quite a bit of attention along with the rest, albeit both good and bad. While a fantastic cover, it still hasn't reached the heights of the other variants for this book, but it's on its way. We tracked 48 copies. It had a 7-day uptick of 112%, with a high sale of $13 for a raw copy and a fair market value of about $9.
Yeah, the forget it.
I don't even know the story. I haven't even paid attention to the story.
It's because he's not of African American descent, and the way he wrote the I guess the how
Story?
he spoke, yeah. But Miles Morales is also half Dominican or Puerto Rican, and the writer is of Mexican descent. So it's like it's like saying they were saying like only a black writer should write Black Panther, but
Okay.
yeah, it's stupid. It's fandom at its worst that we see that always. But you know what? What do I say? Controversy always sells. So, what if Miles Morales, number 4, Sergio Davila variant, coming in at number 6? What do you got for number 5?
We got some organic stuff here. So, a Midnight Western Theater, number 1 from Scout Comics. So, Deadline is reporting that Scout Comics has partnered with Owen Siegel's Management Production Entertainment to develop Lewis Southard's comic book series Midnight Western Theater for television, tapping Kevin Carroll as to handle the adaptation. Sales are moving around double and triple cover price right now, but we did track 29 copies sold last week, a 7-day uptrend of 190% and a high sale of $15 for a raw copy. Pretty
Telling you,
badass.
yeah, Scout Comics they're doing some stuff, man. They're movers. I mean, our friends in CovrPrice, they did that giveaway with Scout Comics on Whatnot. They had like 500 viewers at the time. So be on the lookout for Scout Comics. We were just talking about indie comics are making a push. So Midnight Western Theater, number 1. Interesting how they spell theater, right? I don't know. Kind of a European way of spelling it. So, all right. So we're halfway there, boys and girls. So let's hear from our sponsor, My Slabs. If you're tired of paying 10, 15%, join the 1% revolution.
The platform designed by collectors for collectors just got even better. MySlabs.com is proud to now feature dedicated sections for both raw cards and raw comic books. Browse over 100,000 slab collectibles, authenticated by the industry's most trusted grading companies. Then check out a massive selection of sealed wax and now raw singles and raw lots. Join a passionate, no-nonsense community of nearly 50,000 members and enjoy some of the best buyer and seller protection in the business. And as always, My Slabs offers one of the most disruptive pricing models in the hobby, with seller fees as low as only 1%. So the next time you're forced to pay 10%, 20%, or more to sell something from your collection, head over to MySlabs.com, the low-fee marketplace, by collectors, for collectors.
And as I said, if you have books you want to sell for over $60,000, they are trying to undercut Heritage Auctions. Heritage Auctions takes a good 30% from it. So if you got a big boy book you want to sell, put them on My Slabs. They have I believe it's called there's a showcase section on My Slabs that you can sell these high end books for $60,000.
It's like getting back into the high end room in the casino. Makes you feel kind of
high rollers.
High roller, baby.
Yeah, you ever played like the $100 slot machines? Where they give you like $100?
No, I think like 20 is the most I've ever played in the slot machine.
Yeah. Off subject though, Wheel of Fortune is my favorite slot machine of all time. I don't know why, but I just love when you spin the wheel.
Oh yeah,
and you're like,
it just feels so good.
Oh yeah, gotta have a Wheel of Fortune. But all right, number 5 on the list is Midnight Western Theater. Number 1. What do we got for number 4?
Number 4, we got What If Miles Morales number 4 by Paco Medina, the design variant 1 in 10. So while this issue may be the second time on the list, it's not the last. Cover A and all variants for this issue have been going bonkers after the controversy of the written word within this book. Once author, oh man, I'm sorry, Ryan, I totally made fun of you and I'm going to probably get butchered too. Once author Yehudi Mercado took shots at fans on Twitter after receiving criticism, the community decided it was on and lit a social media fire under this book. As noted, this attention also translated to big aftermarket sales where we tracked 50 copies sold, 7-day trend of 182%, High sale of $30 for a raw copy and fair market value of $24, almost at the level of the Cover A book.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about go back in time, right? If you think about back in the Bronze Age, like the most prominent I think is Luke Cage and the way he spoke, right? And it wasn't a black writer. It was a white writer, but also in the 60s and 70s, everybody kind of had a lingo to them. Everybody was kind of like they spoke a certain way.
Anyone's argument fell off the cliff as soon as they started monetizing it and making money from it. So whatever, make your money, and whatever. It's like a corporation putting LGBTQ flag on their page and saying, "Hey, I'm going to sell you some stuff."
Right.
I don't have any pity for it.
And with that, it's hammer time. All right. So number 4 on the list is What If Miles Morales. Number 4, the Paco Medina 1 in 10 design variant. What do we got for? Hey, look at this. First, I think this is the first one on here.
Wonder Man, number 1. This is from good old 1991. I think Vanilla Ice was a big hit back in 1991. I don't know why I even brought that up. Falling from last week's top spot, Wonder Man number 1 takes the 3rd spot this week. According to verified sources, comicbook.com reports that Wonder Man series could be a satire set in Hollywood. While this is not confirmed, the rumor has increased interest in the first ongoing Wonder Man series, which primarily takes place in Hollywood. We tracked 62 copies sold this week. It had a 7-day uptick of 156% and a high sale of $118 for a CGC 9.6.
Put you guys on the spot. Fan casting. Who would you cast?
Oh, man.
Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, I was going to go with John Hamm.
Yeah, I was going to say that. You know what? I was going to say John Hamm. I think, yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, but Nathan Fillion, too. I mean, he pretty much everywhere. So
And he's goofy. I don't find John Hamm very goofy.
I've seen him in some pretty goofy stuff.
He was
They always
funny in the
kinda-
movie Tag. That was fun.
Oh
That's a
yeah,
that's a
oh my God, I
horrible
love that
movie.
movie Tag with Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that movie is unwatchable. That is an unwatchable movie.
It's
No.
so good. It's so bad. It's good. Are you kidding me? It's hilarious,
It's horrendous.
man.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
come
I
on.
liked him in the
everybody-
Progressive commercial with Flo. He was
Oh, yeah.
hilarious in that.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, some comedic chops. There you go.
There you
Right.
go.
So Wonder Man number 1 coming in at number 3. We're almost there, boys and girls. What do we got for number 2? Could it be?
Well, we get a little
Miles?
spoiler here for Ms. Marvel. So if you haven't watched it, close your ears for about the next 20 seconds. So Marvel Comics presents number 158 from Marvel, 1994. Who would have thought we would have seen Marvel Comics presents books? That's not Wolverine. But Ms. Marvel is getting a lot of stuff started before surprising fans last week's episode with the reveal of its big baddies of the series, the Clandestines. While not the same as the Clandestines who first appeared in this book, they do share some similarities, specifically regarding the name and the word Jinn. That was enough to shoot this book to the number 2 spot, and as fans grab this up as a former $2 book, we now have tracked 11 copies sold, 7-day uptrend of 1,570%, with a new high sale of $60 for a raw copy, and fair market value is about $42.
Was that below a $1 book?
So it was like a
this?
25-cent book, basically, is what it was. There are some really interesting ties that tonight I'm really anxious to see or curious to see, because the 10 rings are also mentioned in it, and there's like a Eternals thing to it too. They belong to like I don't know, like they're from another dimension. So pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. I dig it, man. I can't wait to see it. So, yeah, no more Obi-Wan, but hey, man, we got Miss Marvel tonight, and you know what? I don't care what people say. I'm digging it. It's a fun show, man. It's a fun show. So I'd like to see where they go. And the nega bands. They're not called nega bands, are they? Did they call them nega bands in the
Just a
show?
Bracelet? I think that's all they've really said is a bracelet.
Bangles, what they've called it.
Bangles, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Well, it's a Manic Monday. Oh, you see what I did there? All right, number 2 on the list is Marvel Comics presents number 158. All right, what do we got for number 1? What could it be? Could it be Miles? Could it be Wonder Man or something totally different?
Shouldn't be surprised. It's What If Miles Morales number 4. So here we are, the top spot belonging to none other than this cover A of the controversial issue. While it's been catching fire due to significant controversy, it doesn't appear to be slowing down. After the multiple Twitter exchanges between the author Yehudi Macardo and detractors, Macardo posted to their Twitter trying to clear the air. He said, I've taken the last few days to step back and listen, and I acknowledge your criticism for my recent issue of What If Miles Morales was Thor. While I've lived a different experience through my own Jewish and Mexican background, I still know inauthenticity hurts, and I'm sorry this failed on that front. I've appreciated hearing and learning from my Black and Puerto Rican comics peers and hope to use this moment to help promote better authenticity. I'm also going to donate what Marvel paid me to the Brooklyn Book Bodega, which works to build literacy and get more books to kids in NYC. Who's to say that this will ease the tension or stoke the fire further? Regardless, the controversy has led to higher than average sales, a robust aftermarket. Tracked 106 copies sold, 7-day trend of 298% with a high sale of $37 for a raw copy and a fair market value of $26. I mean, that seems like that's good enough for me, man. Like, I mean, the guy apologized, let it go. Like,
Yeah. Well, it's Twitter, so they're gonna just,
it doesn't matter. In the next 15 minutes, there's some other tweet that probably pissed someone off, and they forgot about that anyway. So
yeah, they might as well call it twatter. Shout out to Lou from Agents Comics Alaska. I'm waiting for TiVo to get canceled so we can sell his shirts for $50 graded with the Lou signature.
Yeah,
Way to go, Lou. Great, thanks a lot. I think that's a backhanded compliment. I don't know yet. So, Miles Morales, What If Miles Morales number 4 coming in at numero uno. And that's it, boys and girls. Quick and succinct, right to it. So you get back to your day, and it is hot as balls outside, man. For at least...
Man, it's only June, son. You ain't got nothing yet.
Yep.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Darkside Jedi, any last words?
Thanks for coming, everybody. Appreciate it as always. It's always a fun list to run through. Yeah. See you on Thursday.
All right. Manimal, any last words?
No, yeah, great to be here. We got a bunch of stuff coming up this week. Obviously, new episode every Friday for the Comic-Con podcast. And got a little whatnot fun going on Saturday, and I'll let Justin kind of jump into that, actually.
Well, that's a perfect segue. Justin, any last words?
Yes, I have so much whatnot stuff going on this week. Tomorrow is my 1,500 follower giveaway, so go ahead and bookmark that show. Just nothing but giveaways. Probably, I think, Friday morning I'm having one. Friday night, I think I'm doing one. And then Saturday, Zach and I are going back to back. So the Comic-Con podcast takeover, Zach's going to join me. We're going to be selling books as well as chit-chatting about stuff similar to like a podcast. And then also, then after I go for an hour, Zach is going to do it. And I'll jump on with him. So
It's going to be
I'll
fun.
go.
Joint show.
I promise I'd go eventually. You know what? Perfect. I always said this CM Punk writing that Shang-Chi one-shot was just an awful, awful book. All right. It was Shang-Chi and a monkey, and, you know, what CM Punk was doing writing a Marvel comic was just awful. And, you know, nobody gave CM Punk a hard time about it, but, you know, it's...
Well, people were just surprised that I could read, so that was a win right there.
Yeah, too many blows to the head for fake wrestling, and then when he got into the UFC, he said, "You know what? I don't like this. I'm not digging getting beat for real." All right, but hey, before I get canceled by all the pro wrestling fans, sorry. Hey, I used to be a pro wrestling fan. I understand they take their lumps and bumps because you know it's real, but it's not UFC real, but it's still real. You know, you got to jump and do all.
They
kinds
script
of
who
crazy
wins, but they wrestle and they hit each other. They get bumps.
So true.
So,
ECW.
although they did some screw jobs back in the day, that Bret Hart screw job was still probably one of the biggest screw jobs ever done in wrestling history. When they still took the title from him.
Yeah, McMahon.
Man.
Yeah, McMahon is a shady guy. Here's a little off subject, but there's a thing about, they call it the plane ride from hell. And it was basically a bunch of WWF wrestlers who were stuck on a plane because they were all hopped up on like pills and liquor and every worse
Ric Flair
thing.
got a sexual assault charge from that or something, didn't he?
They made a movie about
He
it.
whipped his dick out or something, and
They made a
told
movie
the
about
waitress to touch it.
Yeah, they made a documentary about
It was called Con Air.
Yeah. Well, there's a documentary about them talking.
Actually, Vice has a great documentary
Vice,
series
it's called like Behind. It's a wrestling show.
The Dark Side of the Ring.
Dark
or
Side
something
of
like
Wrestling.
that.
Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous on how many pro wrestlers. Have
there was a murder
suicide.
inside of a locker room. Some guy murdered another guy. He stabbed him to death. Like it's some crazy shit in that world. But you're going every night. You're on pills. You're drinking. You know, it's a crazy life.
I still don't see anything wrong with what you
Jake
just
the
said.
Snake Roberts, man. You ever see that documentary?
Oh yeah,
that's a crazy story.
Or the Hearts, the guy who fell off the. Anyway, we don't get too depressing for you guys. Anyway, thanks for joining us for the CovrPrice Top 10. We will see you guys Thursday for the comic book Shakers. Until next time, boys and girls, keep digging in them long boxes and peace out.
Shake and bake and pull it back.
Oh my God.
Hold on and get some, boys.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 3 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
Now that's a name I've not heard.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
Shake and bake and pull it back.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright. In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
Hold on and get some, boys. Jack, here's the deal. I'm the best there is.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
What's in the box?